Willie Waffle standing by right now. Willie, this is one that's been really the first really big, not comic book movie that's come out for 2019. Is that true?
Yeah, I think you've got a good point. I mean, I think Us was a really big movie, but I think, Dumbo is more of a traditional kind of franchise-type movie, a Disney kids movie in a lot of ways, and a movie that, I'm sorry, Bill, has me maybe sharpening the pin a little bit. Pop the bubble. Now, here's the deal. I mean, it's not a horrible movie, but it's really almost like two movies in one. So the early part of the movie is more of the Dumbo you're familiar with. The baby elephant is born. It has big ears. Everybody's making fun of it. But they've taken away all of your kind of cartoon animal characters and replace them with human beings. And it's a more human story, and it's more about the human emotions and the human thoughts about what should be happening. So, you've got this World War I vet played by Colin Farrell who's returned home from the war. He goes back to the circus, but the circus is poor and losing money. His wife has passed away. He doesn't have an act anymore because they had to sell the horses, and now he's in charge of cleaning the elephant cages. Oh, and his two kids like the baby elephant a lot. So now we insert some kids into this. So that part of the movie, I think, is familiar with a lot of allusions to what you remember, Timothy the Mouse and the train and things like that. Then the second half of the movie is where Michael Keaton shows up as this evil, greedy villain who, of course, is going to cause all sorts of havoc. And it goes off in a direction that, frankly, is very familiar, a section or a direction that I don't think many kids are going to be all that interested in. So I think that's what really kind of takes the movie down a couple of notches.
So would you say it stays in line or it turns away from the original story? I
think it's in line early on and goes away from it later. As they kind of develop this Keaton story, this guy who wants to start his own kind of Disneyland in New York City, if you will.
Right.
So I think that's really where it goes a different direction. And I think that part of the story just doesn't have the emotional resonance that it needs. It just doesn't hit home as hard.
Now, Manaski has a toddler. So the question would be: is this one good for little kids?
Well, no.
Okay.
It's rated PG. There's a lot of kind of action and danger, and it, like you said, it's got that Tim Burton vibe to it. I mean, it has the majesty. It has this beautiful look, but it also has a little touch of danger to it, a little touch of evil to it that I don't know if little kids can really handle.
Interesting.
And
we're not going.
And some big names. I mean, I love Danny DeVito.
Yeah, and DeVito's great, playing kind of the Medici brother who runs the circus and is the ringmaster and kind of a con man in his own sense, and that's fun to watch. And Colin Farrell, who used to be the big heartthrob, the big leading man, the guy who was supposed to be the next Tom Cruise, if you will, who's really become this really good character actor. And you see that in this movie, as the father who doesn't know what to do with his kids after his wife has passed away and how to deal with his injuries from the war, and that's very nice to watch.
And Michael Keaton has become that character who's always playing the crass character, sometimes the evil character. He's no longer playing the nice guy.
No, and in this movie, I think it's a little bit to his detriment. I feel like he's a little out of step with the rest of the cast. The rest of the cast is doing more of a modern acting job. He's a little bit more cartoonish and broad and playing it a little bit more like a villain would be played in the 40s rather than in 2019.
All right, so it's Tim Burton's Dumbo. It was released last night. What do you think?
I'll go 2.5 waffles.
Wow.
It's a decent movie, but you can tell its flaws very easily.
All right. Worth seeing, but, not the great, stellar masterpiece that I was hoping it was going to be. All right, good stuff. It's wafflemovies.com. Willie, as always, we appreciate it, and enjoy your weekend.
All right, we'll talk to you next week.
All right, Willie Waffle. I always find that every time I have a movie coming out that I'm like, I am so excited about this one.
Yeah.
I find that he hates it. And,
2.5's not bad, though.
It's true. And A Quiet Place. Remember, The Quiet Place 1. It looks like the word is out nationally. There's going to be A Quiet Place 2. And I don't know. Will they shoot that thing up here again? We'll have to see.